Youths have been advised to take caution while driving, as overspeeding and drunk driving can be disastrous. This message comes as the Federal Road Safety Corps commemorates the International Youth Day in collaboration with the members of the National Youth Service Corps. Ifila reports.
Intergenerational solidarity, creating a world for all ages, is the UN's theme for this year's International Youth Day. The day is to highlight the issues affecting the youth, especially with the rising incidence of road crashes. In the light of this, the Lagos State Command of the Federal Road Safety Corps embarked on an enlightenment campaign. The sensitization moved from the Agidingbi area of Lagos all the way to the Government House Alausa, where the Commissioner for Youth was on hand to receive them.
Today is a Friday. I know quite a number of our youth will go out there to enjoy themselves, like they say TGIF. But they must go out there and be careful about themselves. Yes, we are not saying they shouldn't drink, but they shouldn't drink and drive. Sometimes we take a bit of alcohol and we think we are okay, but we don't know what that alcohol has done to our system. And we think I'm fine, I'm not drunk.
A day set aside for trade awareness for all problem challenges that are facing the youth. And why is FRSC involved today on this campaign? One, for what reason? To campaign to create awareness on road traffic crashes as it affects youth.
Drunk driving and overspeeding are at the heart of the campaign, as the Corps believes young people indulge in such vices. The Corps advised Nigerians to avoid this, as their life is more important.
Don't use your phone while you're driving. If you're driving and you don't feel too okay and you feel that something is not right with you, please just move to one side, get someone else to drive you. And then don't turn the road into a road competition. Driving on the road, it is not for you to compete. It is not a Formula One road track.
As we celebrate, especially working with federal road safety, is just to let you know that we don't want young people to die. There's a lot of crash that should be being avoided, and that comes from influence from drugs, from alcohol.
We really need to be safe, and it depends on us. Parents, before you drive, please, if you want to drink, do not drive, and if you want to drive, do not drink. And before you drive, make sure you put on your seatbelt.
Theophilus Ilama, TVC News, Lagos.
For more on the significance of the International Youth Day, let's talk to the president, iSwift Africa, Michael Amosun, who joins us live from our Abuja studios. Michael, intergenerational solidarity, which is the theme for this year's International Youth Day, speaks to the degree of closeness and support between the older generation and the younger ones. How much of that would you say is happening here in Nigeria? Do you see the older generation willing to onboard and to carry younger ones along?
Thank you very much for having me. So first off, we must first clear the fact that in nowhere in the world do we have the older generation given the opportunity and the power to young people a la carte. So importantly, I would say that the young people, conversely, have been trying their best possible to make sure that they get involved in whatever happens politically, social impact-wise, and many-wise. So that's happening, and the powers are shifting across all boards, politically, and many in all areas. You know, the thing is shifting. Many young people are getting involved. If you go around Abuja today, you find many events being held today for the IYD, and you find many young people getting involved because they don't understand that this is their time to get involved in directing the trajectory of the country, Nigeria. A lot is happening, I must say.
I'd like you to speak to just how prepared you think young people are. I know that you lead a student organization that focuses on empowering young people. for the workplace. Are you proud of majority of your contemporaries? How ready would you say that majority of young people in Nigeria are to take leadership in different aspects, for instance, within the country?
Well, thank you. There's a room for improvement. We must not deny that fact. It's uncontestable. But importantly, I must say that the young people, as the day comes and go, are getting more involved and building more capacity, to make sure they function in the global workspace. I mean, in many areas. I think when I look at the youth of Nigeria, I think there's a thing of hope for us. I think that there's a lot happening. I think there's a lot of realization on the part of the Nigerian youth, seeing that the landmarks are changing, and they now see that the baton of leadership across board is coming to them. I think that the young people in Nigeria are so ready for what is happening soon, for what's happening soon across all board. Yes, when I look at Nigerian youth, inclusive of myself, I'm proud of what we have. Of course, there are room for improvement, and that's what South Africa is doing across board. But there's a lot that the Nigerian youth is already doing right now. If you check around, you find many people delivering solutions in the fintech, community-wise, leadership. You find the young people getting into offices, contesting for offices, getting appointed into meaningful roles. I think it's something that is laudable, and I think that Nigerian youths are, more than before, now ready to get involved.
We have to go now, but I'd like you to talk very quickly to the factor of concerns. Are you particularly concerned about what appears to be the overwhelming urge for young Nigerians to leave the country, what they call the Jackpot syndrome? Do you think that young people need to look more inward into what Nigeria has to offer, as against seeking every opportunity to leave the shores of Nigeria?
I have always held that opinion for a very long period of time. It was a lonely path for a while, but I must say that in the last 1 year, I've seen more people get on that same path, or I've realized that many people are also on that path. As much as we have people that want to jackpot from the country, we have people who are also looking inward to see what potential, what prospects Nigeria has. So honestly, it's a concern in the medical field, in the legal field, across all boards. Many young Nigerians are thinking of moving, concerned about the insurgency, concerned about the economic conditions. But also, I think that there are some few Nigerians that are still concerned about, maintaining what's on ground and seeing what they can do to better the narrative. It's a worrying situation, but I must say to you that there are even better Nigerians, younger Nigerians, that are still, regardless of what we are facing, very concerned about, getting involved in the country, Nigeria, and making sure they better the narrative. It's a concern, but I don't think it's only limited to Nigeria, in my opinion. It's a thing in Nigeria that we are seeing. It's very, very obvious, but I don't think it's limited to Nigeria in the African continent. So I choose to see the young people in Nigeria who have decided, who have made a resolve to make sure that they play their part instead of jackpotting. Some of them have jackpot before, and they've seen the realities of jackpotting. I've seen people who are abroad and telling Nigerians, okay, if you put this effort that you are putting abroad in Nigeria, there are also chances that you are going to make the same thing you are making over there. Of course, there will be difference because the enabling environment differs. But basically, I feel that, in my own opinion, I like to choose to see those people and focus our efforts all the time in making sure whatever they do sees the light of the day, inclusive of myself.
Well, Nigeria is counting on its young population, all eyes on exactly what their involvement and participation will be in the forthcoming election, saying that they make a large chunk of the registered voters. Michael Amosu is President iSwift Africa. Thank you for talking to us tonight.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And happy Youth Day to you.